Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá ni ẹ dìbò náà fún ọmọlúwàbí Ọ̀ṣun olóríire Ọ̀ṣun àrẹ̀mú Ọ̀ṣun ó ti sọ̀tún ní tuntun ó sọ gbódìlé ó tàṣàdọjà ó sì sáwò ìyàrá olóríire ọmọ Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá ńlẹ́ ọmọlúwàbí Ọ̀ṣun Ìjẹ̀ṣà bẹ́ẹ̀ni ọmọ ilẹ̀ òbí tẹ́ni gbọ́lá o ọmọ agbọ́dọ̀ pọ̀ nílé mọ̀yọ́ lẹ́lẹ́ lóró ẹlẹ́fọ̀n mo kékèké ní sàtọ́lódé ìsájọ gbọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ ní asásọ àwọn Ìjẹ̀ṣà èyí tán rí lọ́jà ní ẹ̀rọ wá fún mi nílé máa rí yeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyeyey
Change, Spreader.
Good evening and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour. I am Martins Dixon. One of the frontline traditional rulers in Lagos State, the paramount ruler of Ikorodu, the Ayagburen Oba Salawuddin Oyefusi, is dead. Aged 83, the Ayagburen died in a London hospital after battling illness for a few months. Late Oyefusi ascended the throne in 1971 and has ruled Ikorodu for 43 years. He is one of the respected traditional rulers in Lagos, a member of the State Council of Obas and Chiefs. A governorship debate tagged Osun Decides 2014 took place in Osogbo, the Osun state capital, but incumbent Governor Rauf Aregbesola, PDP governorship candidate Yola Mishori, and Fatai Akimbade were absent. Social Democratic Party candidate Segun Akinwusi says he is in the race for the youth, while Ibrahim Adeuti says he will overhaul the state of Osun. Adeuti focused on education, saying he will make it affordable for all.
You know that the whole center of any government will be the people. Because when you build infrastructure, you build everything, you need people to build such infrastructure. And so we are taking the interest of the people to our heart.
The reason why I'm doing this is my commitment to service. All I've done in my adult life is to serve. Be the head of the student union when I was schooling in Russia, or be it when I became the youngest member of the Afenifere, the World Congress of Afenifere in the United States.
But we know the visible, the present circumstance. Yes. I know the economy of this state. There have been demands that I took for 35 years. I worked on that 16 record. Even today, the problem that is on ground, the quantum of debt that this state has, it's not feasible for government to make influence free at that level. But I just believe that because of equity, because of the need to take care of indigenous students and all the rest, we may have to reduce the school fees drastically that will be affordable.
Function instead of making it free.
No, yes, affordable to make it affordable. You know, for example,
as a very active parent in the life of my child, I'll make sure the Osun parents are very active in the decision-making process that happens in the public schools. Now, talking about higher education, I'm going to make it free. Quote me, FREE with exclamation mark, capital letter. It's been done already. I'm not saying this for politics.
Thank you so much. I'd like to stop you there, but then just before that.
Members of various political parties have continued to switch camps ahead of the August 9 governorship election in Osun. The defection of an APC stalwart from Ikire local government to the PDP has been described by the party as a signal heralding a major change. Frank Omalape has more.
The trend of defection started with the shocking announcement of Senator Isiaka Adeleke earlier in the year. While some have left the PDP to the ruling APC, a host of others have also defected to the PDP. One of such recent defections is that of Olawe Falabi.
Like the Yoruba used to say, Oju Ọ̀run tó ẹyẹ fò Life Arabara. He's in his own party, I am in my own party. In no way do we have anything in common, and in no way do we disturb each other. The choice now is between me and my people to choose which side they want to go, because they know I cannot lead them astray. I'm sure they are ready to go along with me.
The PDP described the defection as a sign of the change that is coming with the August 9 election.
What I see is that there is a trend for change, especially in the Southwest. If you notice very well, there had been a vacuum in the leadership setup of the Yorubas. Unfortunately for us, those people aspiring to lead us don't have that type of integrity. And they want to impose themselves on the Yorubas. And that's why people now say, no, we won't accept that.
A neat quest to wrest power from the ruling All Progressives Congress, the PDP says that the power of grassroots politics will be a major factor in the coming election.
They will determine what's going to happen. And I will focus on that woman. Because women say if you can, educate a woman, you're educating the whole nation. And women are kind of the backbone of the community, of the family to start with. So the way I'm looking at it is that grassroots policy is going to play a big role.
Okay. The PDP boasted that there will be more defections from the opposition party before the election.
You will see a kind of, how do I call it, whether tsunami or whatever one can use to describe the rate and the volume of the wavelengths that will follow. But you see, the problem with them is that some of them, they are undecided. But when they see the true picture of everything, they will drift.
While the APC seems to be losing members, the party says it is not threatened by any defection. The party reiterated its confidence in winning the election.
Whether it will discourage or not, you are the judge of that. From what you have seen here, did you see a discouraged crowd? Did you see any crowd that is intimidated? Did you see any crowd that have any fear of failure? These are people set for victory.
The governorship election is just a few days away, and some analysts wonder how defections at this time will affect the outcome of the election. Frank Omalape, CoreTV News, Oshobo.
A group called Rivers PDP Third Force has urged President Goodluck Jonathan and the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Adamu Maazu, to call the Minister of State for Education, Nyesom Wike, to order over his utterances on the forthcoming governorship election in the state. The group kicked against Wike's claim that he remained the only politician that can win the 2015 election. They said the minister must be stopped from contesting the poll. Wike told journalists during an interaction in Port Harcourt that he will win the 2015 governorship election if he decided to join the race. A statement by the Secretary General of the socio-political group, Oprite Amakri, said posterity will hold the PDP national leaders accountable should Wike be allowed to breach the political order in the state, since he came from Ikwere, the same area with incumbent governor. The people of Moro Town and its environs in Ife North local government area of Osun State have called on the federal government to ensure a regular supply of electricity. Rashid visited the area and filed in this report.
One of the basic necessities of life very much cherished by all Nigerians, including those in the hinterland, is regular electricity supply. Little wonder then that the people of Moro community in Ile-Ife North local government of Osun State and its environs were overjoyed when Governor Rauf Aregbesola commissioned transformers and power distribution substation in the community. A PHCN official, Billy Francis, recounted the people's ordeal with electricity supply before Osun State's intervention.
Between July 2012 to December, there's a total blackout in this part of Origbo. One of the transformer, 2.5 MV transformer, serving the communities, back off. But with the intervention of this government, they brought this 7.5 MV to these communities. Since then, they are really enjoying supply.
Local businesses, especially those whose sources of operation depend solely on electricity, explains how difficult it was for them to produce when the transformers were not installed. With the supply of electricity substation and transformers to these communities, one would expect that a sustainable relief has come their way. However, irregular supply of electricity from the national grid have rendered the newly acquired substation and transformers close to useless. The people of the community have constantly called on the federal authorities, who has the control on the national grid, to make the much desired substation work effectively.
There are some circumstances on it because we have a problem at Osogbo. That's why we are still enjoying the supply.
Being the cause, I don't know why. They should just look for a way to help us make this light stable. We need federal government to help us make light stable from their own axis, since the state government has done theirs.
A youth corper, Godwin Abata, advised the federal government to take a cue from Osun state government in the provision of stable power supply in the country.
Government keep on doing something like this, even just in the federation, not only in Osun State or Ile-Ife, nationwide.
As political campaigns fill the air in Osun State, projects like this are regarded as testimonial for the government of the day. In a few days' time, the people will troop out to cast their votes for the candidate of their choice in the state's governorship election. It will soon be revealed to all if works like this have a positive influence on the chances of the incumbent. Rashid, CoreTV News, Moro, Ife North Local Government Area of Osun State.
The General Overseer of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, Pastor Temitope Joshua, says he is ready to partner with the federal and Lagos state governments to help curb the spread of the deadly Ebola virus. Abiola Oluwole was at the meeting between the pastor, government and medical teams and representatives of the World Health Organization. His report is presented from our studios.
Since the reported case of Ebola virus in Lagos, the government and some professionals have been strategizing on how to prevent the spread of the disease in Nigeria. The joint medical team of the federal government, Lagos state government, and representative of the World Health Organization visited the Synagogue Church of All Nations to seek the collaboration of Pastor Temitope Joshua on the best way to advise against seeking spiritual help in treating the killer disease.
We have so far an imported case of Ebola, and our duty is to make sure that it doesn't escape into Nigerians. We are not doubting the power that God has given you. We can't do that, but we can help and work with you to even make it stronger. So our mission is to come here, exploit ways through which we can work together to make sure that this thing does not explode.
Being a church that attracts followership across the West African sub-region and other parts of the world, sensitizing the leadership of the Synagogue Church of All Nations is critical in the fight against Ebola disease.
The federal government and state government are working hand in how to control this, how to contain this. We have our strategies, and we said we needed to share with you. Again, we need to assess what resources you have, because the population here, whether it's one case or two cases, if you allow this to go out, it's a major problem. That's why we are here to work together on how to contain the spread of this disease.
Pastor T.B. Joshua expressed his readiness to join force with government on how to checkmate the spread of the virus, but maintained that his church does not have congregation in Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone that are currently ravaged with the disease.
I want to assure you once again that if I have any message for this issue, their president is there, I will go there. Because I know what it means if somebody comes from the airport to Nigeria, from the airport to get here, innocent people. I understand that. So, I want to assure you, please, you need to know my heart for this nation.
According to medical experts, there is no known medical cure for the deadly Ebola virus.
Following an increase in insurgency and recent outbreak of the Ebola virus in the country, Nigerians have been urged to draw closer to God in prayers and repentance of sins for the good of the nation and the world. The Christian Association of Nigeria made the call during its 2014 intercessory prayers for Nigeria held in Benin, Edo state capital, with the theme, A Call to Repentance. The vice chairman of CAN and Catholic Bishop of Auchi Diocese, Gabriel Dunia, says the association deemed it necessary to use the event to mobilize Christians all over the state to pray for both the state and the nation in the face of numerous challenges. He said that Nigerians were yet to appreciate the love of God sufficiently through communal living, irrespective of tribe, tongue, or religion. The bishop used the occasion to assure Nigerians of God's unfailing intervention to save the country if they reject evil and embrace repentance. He also called for prayers for peace and good governance. The association also urged the people to pray for their political and religious leaders at all levels of government. Nigeria's new police chief, Suleiman Abba, is the 17th indigenous Inspector General of Police since independence. He joined the force as a cadet assistant superintendent of police in December 1984, and exactly 30 years later, he is Inspector General. But what many don't know is that until 2 years ago, he was a commissioner of police in Rivers State. Pi Samuel takes a look at the background of the new IG.
Born on March 22, 1959, the acting Inspector General of Police has in the last 3 decades worked in virtually every part of the country. But he also had the honor of being the ADC in 1995 to the then First Lady Mariam Abacha. He was the commanding officer of the Mobile Police Unit at the Presidential Villa and later headed Mobile Police Squadron in Abuja. There were suggestions that during his stint at the State House in the Abacha years, he was a member of the strike force. But Abba has also been able to showcase his leadership qualities as Deputy Commissioner of Police in Kebbi and Kano states. As Commissioner of Police, he was in Rivers State between 2009 and 2012. Along the way, he was posted to Lagos during the 2011 general elections. A police statement added that the new IG was the Deputy Force Secretary twice, both as Commissioner of Police and as a Deputy Commissioner of Police. This experience is what he has vowed to bring to bear on his new job.
That I'm committed to the creation of a safe and secure environment for all people of Nigeria by leading the Nigeria Police Force in engineering and participating in endeavors to address the root causes of crime in Nigeria, preventing actions that threaten the safety and security of Nigeria, and conducting diligent criminal investigation to ensure criminals are always brought to justice. Whilst in pursuit of these novel objectives, I shall at all times uphold the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, be guided by the needs and concerns of Nigerians, recognize and ensure the welfare of officers, respect and protect human rights, cooperate with other security agencies, and achieve and the government at all levels in the country, and in order to achieve a safe and secure environment for everyone living in Nigeria.
He has been an Assistant Inspector General of Police since 2012, and now that he is IG at 55, he is almost certain to be in office barring any unforeseen circumstances till March 2019, when he will be 60 years.
That's all we can take on this hour. Join us at 9:45 for the Prime Time News. I am Martin Dixon. To have a blissful evening.